Hello and welcome to another video, and good afternoon from Taipei. I'm in Taiwan today because I'm heading down to Bangkok on an airline which has been on my radar since they started operating just over 3 years ago now. We're flying Starlux on the A330-900neo down to Bangkok. It will be about 3 hours. I can't wait. Come with me and let's check it out. We'll start off today's trip airside in Taipei Airport. I've heard some really good things about Starlux's lounge for business class passengers, the Galactic lounge. The exterior looks really swanky, so let's head inside. Hello. One person? Just me, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, thank you. Okay, perfect, thank you. It's a bit strange to be told exactly where to sit in a lounge, but no matter. It's quite small, but perfectly formed. The excellent food selection soon made me forget the lounge hadn't even any windows. With the exception of the new Los Angeles route, all of Starlux's flights are regional and less than 5 hours long, so this well-appointed lounge was a pleasant surprise. There's alcohol if you want it, but the food was the real winner. Plus, this lounge was incredibly quiet and peaceful. By the way, if you aren't lucky enough to have access to a lounge here, next door is a public space, which is almost as good, and even includes showers and a sleep area. Taipei Airport is curious. It feels, and is, older than you might think. The low ceilings are a bit of a giveaway, but it retains a certain charm, like this tiny escalator. Taiwan reopened after COVID fairly late, and the empty retail units here are testament to the recovery, which seems to still be ongoing. Really looking forward to getting on board this A330-900neo, but before I do, it's time to tell you what I paid for this flight. Starlux is a Taiwanese full-service airline, founded in 2020 by a former EVA Airways chairman. It competes with them and Taiwanese national airline China Airlines, who I reviewed in my last video, mostly on regional routes in Southeast Asia. Having taken delivery of 13 A321neos for its launch, it also now flies 4 A330-900neo aircraft, Airbus's newest iteration of the 330 platform. And this is the wonderful aircraft we'll be flying today down to Bangkok. Starlux's first wide-body aircraft has attracted some rave reviews. It has 28 business class seats and 269 economy seats in a beautifully appointed cabin. The airline also recently launched a 350 service to Los Angeles and has some ambitious expansion plans. For today's trip, I booked online directly with Starlux. The trip came out at just short of 20,000 Taiwanese dollars one way, which comes to £488 or $640 US. Not cheap for a flight of this length. Our flight today will cover the 1,546 miles between Taipei and Bangkok in 3 hours 14 minutes in the comfort of business class. So without further ado, let's see how Starlux performed on the day. I decide to head to the gate early to see if I can see our aircraft. I'm really looking forward to this flight. But what's this? Fly Gangwon, a Korean airline flying to a place I've never heard of, Yangyang. I get loads of questions asking me how I find the inspiration for my trips and how I decide which airlines to fly and where. And half my inspiration comes from just being in airports looking at the departure boards and looking out on the apron to see what's going past. And that's an airline I've never heard before. Well, so much for inspiration. Fly Gangwon ceased operating a few weeks after I filmed this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, here we go, finally taking Starlux. We're off to Bangkok.
Bye.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. Next way, please turn right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Hi. And welcome aboard this glorious A330-900neo, sporting 28 business class seats in a 1-2-1 staggered configuration. Odd-numbered seats are closer to the aisle. Even-numbered seats like mine, 8K, are flush against the window. These beautiful 4K Ultra HD screens are over 17 inches across and are positioned quite close to you and really make an impression with their size when you sit down. And so here we are on board. It is a beautiful aircraft, this new A330neo. I've got myself the signature welcome drink, which is tangerine and passion fruit, so down the hatch. Oh, it's really sweet. We're all ready to go, but not quite yet. We're hit by a short ground stop while a storm clears ahead of our departure path. I know a lot of you will appreciate this. Starlux offers free Wi-Fi. For business class only, for now, but this is so much better than having to pay for it on top of an expensive airfare. Of course, you can keep up with me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram and Threads, and don't forget to subscribe. Click that button and touch that bell and you'll be notified of all my future video uploads and join a growing community of hundreds of thousands of other trip report enthusiasts just like you. I love this cabin. The finishing touches are just outstanding. Despite being a year old, there's not a sign of a scratch or wear and tear in sight. The colour palette exudes class without ever trying too hard, and I'm sure we can both think of a few airlines who push this a bit too far. All the essentials are here too. There are charge points including a universal charger, USB-A and USB-C outlets, although the contactless air charge point is not something I'd use. I think leaving your phone unsecured on a plane is asking for trouble. It just takes one bump and your phone's on the floor. These are Saffron Sky Lounge seats. Starlux is the launch customer for this seat and the build quality is amazing. If you've ever sat in a very expensive car, you can tell the quality just by touching the buttons and surfaces. This is by far the most impressive seat I've flown in this year for its sheer quality, which both surprised and delighted me. There are just a couple of minor gripes. Despite the large ottoman space, you can't store your shoes anywhere sensibly, in contrast to many competing seats. And following a modern trend, individual air vents aren't available. Asian airlines tend to have cabins on the warmer side, so if you're a pasty Westerner like me, that might not be to your taste. But those are tiny complaints. Starlux wows with incredible noise-cancelling headphones which rival American Airlines Swish, Bang & Olufsen ones for sound quality. And that's just as well. Remember that storm that was moving out of our way? It's about to get noisy. Inside the world of my headphones, it's all zen, and the in-flight entertainment provides more pleasant surprises. No, not this weird crypto show, but this, a documentary on snow clearance on rural Japanese railways. Bliss. What sort of content do you like to watch on in-flight entertainment? Starlux's meal service begins with a hot towel and time to browse the wine list and menu. Rather than looking at the paper menu, it's actually better to go online ahead of your flight. You can pre-select one of a few options, like an international, by which they mean Western, main course, pork shoulder or chicken thigh here, plus a steak, which is only available if pre-ordered. Of course, I chose the steak. Actually, no, I didn't. I'm trying lots of new things this year, and I went for the Starlux exclusive local dish. This fabulously exotic looking seafood millet congee, and I was excited to see whether Starlux would deliver yet another surprise here. So here's the online picture of the meal, and wow, this looks pretty much identical. What a fascinating dish. Not fancy, but filling, very savoury and with incredible flavour. This is a very well thought out menu for an airline. This totally works at 40,000 feet, and of course the presentation was first class. The dessert, by the way, looks like a spotted dick, but it is instead a delicate IU jelly. Absolutely perfect, very sweet, and I place this meal on a par with Air France's outstanding Michelin chef curated food. The toilet doesn't have a window, but is still well appointed. I'm afraid this flower isn't real though. The flight is only about 3 hours in the air, but I still found time to test the bed. Camera angles can make anything look large or small, but rest assured, this bed is 6 feet 10 inches long, making it one of the longer ones out there on the market, and the bedding is simply fabulous too. I spent the rest of the flight browsing the entertainment, and before too long, we were descending into Bangkok among the clouds. Starlux is a truly world-class airline which delivered at all points on my trip. From a well-appointed lounge to pleasant service on board to the outstanding seat, incredible and imaginative food, and even some surprising content on the in-flight entertainment, Starlux is an airline I would make a special detour to fly in the future. Even among a clutch of excellent Asian airlines, it delivers something different and unique, and I wholeheartedly recommend flying them if you can afford the steep fares. So chalk this up as another rave review for Starlux on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.